Welcome back, everybody. Welcome. I am Anthony Longano, and I am joined by Troy the Body Viglotti. Troy, say hello.
How are you?
And Matt McKibble. Matt.
Hello.
And we are the Stinker Drinker Thinker podcast. We're three guys who pour some pours. We make some cocktails, some of them which I'm really excited about, like we're going to do tonight. And then we rank them in this ridiculous ranking system that we've developed that has taken off across the globe. It was on CNN the other day.
I think it's on E-Bombs World.
Was that guy on Fox that everyone talks about? He was talking about
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey on Fox.
Everyone talks about Jim Carrey on Fox.
Yeah. So one guy, Tucker Russell.
Tucker Russell Carlson.
That guy. Yeah, he talks
Vanessa
about
Carlton.
it all the time. He's always he takes it and he refers it to politics. So he ranks politicians as stinker drinkers or thinkers.
Can you imagine that?
But yeah, it's taken off. It's all across the globe. If you're joining us, you're joining us one of two ways. You're listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, where you've either subscribed, liked, shared with all of your friends, and left us a beautiful 5-star review, or you're watching all of our beautiful faces on YouTube, which you've also subscribed. Hit that little thumbs up and send off to all your friends. We really appreciate it. Yeah, so we had an episode come out earlier in the week where we which we had to film twice because Matt went fucking apeshit.
I'm going to try to be more calm this episode.
He's going to be more calm.
I'm just going to be zen.
I don't even remember what you did.
Crackers.
Remember?
He just got excited about
he
crackers.
got
We
mad.
talked about glassware.
We were making fun of him, so we got mad, and he got on the table. He broke every glass that we had.
I took my shirt off, too.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
And then he came over here and he threw the SD card. Anyway, we're done with all that.
Yeah.
I'm a changed man.
So we had to film that episode twice, but we tested out 6 different glasses for drinking whiskey neat, and we drank half a bottle of Bardstown Fusion 7 in the meantime. And
What do we learn?
the Glencairn wins.
Yeah.
Always. You guys can recap on that episode either on our YouTube channel or if you go to the episode before this one, it's there.
If you have suggestions of something we should try that would beat the Glen, let us know.
You let us know. Yeah, I would actually like to see that because, I mean, I don't know. The Glens just kind of do everything justice. We have new Glens available on our store by the time you're watching this. So if you don't sip out of a Glen and you like whiskey neat, or actually if you don't even like whiskey neat and you're interested in drinking it neat, maybe you're just drinking it out of the wrong glass. And
That's true.
And you can buy them on our shop. So appreciate that.
What do they look like?
They look like little Glens. Yeah, little baby.
What does the new logo look like?
That was my
you'll
question.
you'll
It's
have
this Glen.
to.
Yeah, you have to follow us
You'll
on
have
Instagram.
to, no, you have to stay tuned to next episode when we show you the Glen.
I see.
Yeah, they're
We're
upstairs.
really being a tease
We're
over
downstairs.
here.
We're teasing you.
It's like a logo you've seen before. If you've seen any of our social media, put on a glass.
Yeah.
You'll never believe it.
It's actually the logo that you're looking at right now, but on
In
a
the
glass.
bottom right corner of
Yeah.
your screen.
How is everybody? So you guys did something pretty cool last weekend. You guys went down to Kentucky for the weekend, which
We
is
did.
kind of cool for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to, I believe it's called Louisville.
Yeah.
I believe is what the little town was called.
Don't.
Affectionately known
Affectionately known as Louisville.
Louisville. That would
Some
fit
people
right
call
in.
it Louisville or Louisville or Louisville or Louisville
Hi.
or Louisville.
We're in Louisville, guys.
Hi, I'm calling you on my rotary phone from
Hello.
Louisville.
Boy, am I having a good time.
That's what Troy sounded the entire time we were there. He talked to everybody like that.
Really?
Yep.
Gosh darn it, I just can't stop having fun.
It's Louisville, right?
Louisville.
Yeah.
Well, to them, it's
Did they say
Whoa.
Louisville?
Louisville. Lowell.
that's pretty darn accurate.
Is he the hormone monster?
It was awesome.
Did you guys visit anywhere cool?
We did do some pretty cool stuff. We went to Starlight Distillery, which I've talked about a lot. We did a tour about the wine, and that led into the spirits. And we went to the barrel warehouse, or one of them, and we actually got to thieve some whiskey from the barrels. Got to try a bunch of stuff that they probably didn't want us to try, according to them, but they let us try it anyway because they're awesome people.
Yeah, we had a really cool host.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She was
Yeah.
amazing. Shout out to Audra.
Yeah.
There.
Super awesome.
Not allowed to tell us what that was, or
Well, I think some of them at the end were unmarked, and she said, well, I know what these are because I know how to read the labels, but these aren't supposed to go out to the public, but I'm going to let you try it because you're here and you're pretty awesome. So I got to try some pretty cool stuff. There's a lot of it finished stuff. We tried some ryes.
That brandy finished one.
Yeah, it's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yep.
Cool.
So we got to hang out with them, do that for a little while, and then what did we do, Troy?
What did we do, Troy? Well, I guess we kind of just perused the town of Louisville.
Of Louisville?
Louisville.
Over.
Yeah, we got some food and drink and did it right.
We did. I think we did pretty right. We went to the Michter's bar.
I was gonna say that was the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michter's bar.
The fucking Michter's bar.
I had a really good time at Evan Williams, which we did right before that.
Yeah. Well, that
old fashioned, man. Which you know.
old fashioned was good. If you're ever at the old Evans William Bourbon Experience, is it called Whiskey Experience? Bourbon Experience, I think.
I don't remember. They have two kinds of old fashions, though. They have the standard old fashioned, and then the one that's got a stout foam on top.
Yeah, that was a kind of a sick looking picture, man. That looked really good.
That was really good. Yeah. I think Troy, we're kind of trying to I almost said analyze it. Nope. That's wrong. Analyze
Troy,
it later.
Analyzing at the bar in Evan Williams while he was wearing his Jack Daniels
We're gonna get
shirt.
demonetized very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to analyze it after, and I think we deduced that they put a little bit too much simple in it because it was a little bit sweeter.
Just a bit.
But that was, I think, I don't know if you saw the ingredients, I think you ordered it, but
I actually watched him make it, yeah.
Was it a pretty standard old fashioned just with that foam, or what was different?
Yeah,
about
and
it?
I think there was also some chocolate bitters, maybe taking the place completely of Angostura bitters. And then there might have been one other ingredient, but I don't even think so. I think it was just that. And then the whiskey, and what was the whiskey? It was the
you got the mellow corn.
No, not the one I got.
Oh, whiskey. Oh, sorry. In the drink was the Master's Blend.
Master's Blend. Yeah.
Which is like their 5 blends of 5. Essentially, they're 5 of their products put together in the custom blend that the Master's.
Did you buy a bottle of that? Did. How much was it?
$80 or $90.
Probably stop in and get one of those too.
90 proof, which was a little sad. Yeah,
maybe they're following along with Jim Beam.
Yeah, I think it's expensive because it's still distiller exclusive, like limit 1 bottle, which is just makes it quote unquote rare. And they have their oldest, I think it's either 13 or 23 year. They kind of put a splash in there to kind of put it on the label and stuff. So I'm sure it has some older stuff in there, which makes it more valuable. But we'll see. I didn't get to try it on its own yet. I don't know if you didn't have it in your flight, did you?
No, I had the bonded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everything I had was bottled and bond.
Better than burned.
First time I had mellow yellow.
Mellow corn mellow.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Mellow yellow corn.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
Yeah.
For what, like $13 used to be or whatever? Yeah. But yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys had fun. Me and Troy are going there in a couple weeks too, and we're gonna explore the world.
I think it's gonna be a different kind of trip.
For me, I gotta drive home.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm going there to buy, learn, and have a couple sips.
Wee little sips.
I'm going there to learn, not buy, and have a lot of sips.
Cool.
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Troy will be knocked out by the time we get back to the Indiana border.
He'll be sleeping like a baby in the car.
Yeah, I'll lay him down in the back of the Pilot, put a blanket on him.
But I think you guys are going to Bardstown.
We're going to Louisville in a couple weeks on Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
And then we're going to Bardstown in September for Bourbon Fest.
That's awesome.
The Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. And I think we're going to go a day early and hit some distilleries and then obviously go to all the seminars and drink and buy things. I'm going to buy a lot of things.
That's going to be a good trip.
Yep. I'll bring you back some stuff too, Matty boy.
Well, something I can try,
Yeah. Well, good. What are we doing today?
What are we doing today?
So I was sitting down the other night, and we're getting back to our 2 pours in a cocktail. I was sitting down the other night, and I've been rewatching Game of Thrones because when Troy had his hip surgery, first couple of days he was recovering here at my house, and I've been trying to get Troy to watch Game of Thrones for years. And the more and more I watch it, Troy, I understand why maybe it might not be your thing, but I respect you for trying 6 episodes. And everyone out there can attest the first 6 episodes of that show are kind of fucking slow. So anyway, I'm rewatching Game of Thrones, and I was like, you know what? I want to just revisit this. And obviously you can tell that it's a revisited bottle. I mean, it's almost empty. And I was just going to kill it that night. There was only I only had 2 glasses out of it. Me and Troy have hit this one pretty hard, but I was like, you know what? I need to finish this on the podcast. It's
okay.
And it's so fucking, this is incredible whiskey. This might be like my ultimate store pick drinker.
Oh, okay.
And so the idea tonight was to
What is it?
It's we've talked about French Lick spirits on here. I think we did the William Dalton back in our second or third episode. The New Year's episode, I think we did that in Old Fitzgerald's.
That sounds right.
Yeah, and then Troy made that crazy cocktail with the Dorjo in it.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Tender knob.
Yeah, tender knob.
I remember that one.
Yep. But yeah, this is from the Spirits of French Lick, which are based in southern Indiana, right around Brown County area. Largest operating distillery in Indiana, even greater than MGP. They're not as high output as MGP, but they're the largest distillery. Right. So
that's cool.
And I think Matt visited them, years ago.
Literally right before, I think we told the story before, but right before they got their own distillate in a bottle.
So you had that experience there. I was thinking about this too. You had that experience there, and I had the experience that I had at Hard Truth.
Yeah,
and it's like, it's almost similar.
I was so funny. I was just watching a review, not to get too off tangent here, but I was just watching a review of the second batch of the Hard Truth sweet mash. Someone was reviewing it like stunned about how good it was. I was like, are you kidding me right now? So maybe we'll have to try that or something. But
that's so shitty. That makes me so mad. Makes me so mad. But this is the Mattie Gladden, and it's a straight bourbon whiskey. 55% bottled in 2016. So it's there's a up in Angola, Indiana. There's a liquor store called Gaze. They have a few locations.
Great store.
It's a great store. The guys are really knowledgeable there, and I think that's why this is such a good barrel. First and foremost, they know what they're tasting.
Was the other one a Gaze pick as well?
This is the only Gaze pick.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The when we did the William Dalton, that was I just bought that on the shelf.
Oh, wow.
And it's still good.
That's crazy.
Captain Cork still has a couple of these picks around, and after we finish this one, I'm gonna have to go and do it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to share this one with you because it's interesting how single malty it is. I think I believe it is
is it a 4 grain?
I believe it is a 4 grain. Respect the grain.
Respect the grain and put 4 in them.
Yeah, so no, it's not. It's 55% corn, 35% rye. I can't tell if that's 18 or 10, but we could just do math, I guess.
We don't do math.
We don't do
Wait,
math.
here, I just say it because we're 100% right in this podcast.
Yeah, it's 18%.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
okay.
so
that's how math. It equals 100.
The mash bill is 108.
100% grain.
Yeah,
perfect.
But man, it is absolutely fucking fantastic whiskey. So I wanted to do this one here tonight. And I asked Matt to bring one of his favorite store picks too, and I'm so excited about what he brought. We'll get to that in a second. And then we're gonna make a cocktail too. We're gonna make a good old fashioned Monte Carlo. That was supposed to be like a punch. Oh, I can just do it.
Hey,
yeah, Monte Carlo is an old fashioned rift.
Is it really?
Yeah. So we'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
But before we do that,
we're
gonna start doing something new on here.
What are we?
And
I
know for a fact now there's not a lot in here, but I know for a fact that this one's going in here. So. Our buddy Zach over at engraved.com, he's the guy who makes our glasses, and they spell it a little funky, so we'll put it in the episode notes. Shout out to you, man.
It is engraved ENGRVD, engraved.
Yeah. So you guys have been buying a lot of glasses. We've been buying a lot of glasses, and he was kind enough to send us this gift, which is awesome. So we're gonna call this the Ultimate Drinker decanter. So, I'm sorry, the InfiniDrinker.
InfinidDrinker. I was like, the InfinidDrinker is pretty good. The InfinidDrinker.
The InfinidDrinker. Yeah. I love it. So this is going to be our Infinity bottle on these episodes. Anytime we get a drinker, pouring some out in there. And then at some point, we're just going to drink that shit on an episode. But beautiful decanter, and appreciate Zach. So if you guys are looking for custom glassware or anything like that, hit him up. Good customer service too, by the way.
They're super responsive.
Like super responsive, almost instantaneously responsive. Like you don't even press send on your email and he's already replied.
He's already at your door.
Yeah, at your door. He hand delivers everything in a milkman costume. Right. Anyway.
Sorry, Zach.
Or
whoever your team is.
Yeah. But so appreciate those guys. So I know at least one of these is going in there, and Matt brought a single barrel 4 Roses barrel proof, and
yeah, I guess if you want to. I guess it's sitting there in front of Troy. He's going to show it off.
I'm just going to drink the shit out of this. This is from a local store in town called
Belmont.
It's barrel proof 61%. So this is a lighter proof. We should obviously get into this one first.
Yeah.
Cool. Do small pours.
Troy, if you would.
Oof. Pretty bassy.
Boom.
That whiskey does have some nice bottom end on it too.
It's the 108% grain. It really brings it home.
Yeah, just make sure everyone gets a little in their glass. Pour some in the Infinity or in the InfiniDrinker.
You want to do that at the
And
end?
if we got more, we can put more.
We'll do it after the classification, I guess.
Oh yeah, we have to. We have to wait. Yeah.
Because what if it's not a drinker? It doth not see.
Give me a little bit more of that.
How much you want to put in the InfiniDrinker?
There's nothing in my glass.
Wow.
Look, there's plenty. Look,
nothing in your glass.
There's plenty. Yeah, just
All right.
Sorry, this
Troy,
time.
you poured my glass very well. Thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
I just.
Anthony just really wants to drink.
I'm gonna
this.
miss this one, man. This one is so good.
You'll never
do you have
miss
the cap
it.
tray?
You'll never forget it because it'll always be in the InfiniDrinker.
Mixed with fucking 100
That's
other
fine.
drinkers.
It'll be part of you.
I almost went to Cap and Cork today to buy another bottle of this stuff. They still have a store pick. It's been sitting on the shelves, guys. Buy this stuff. It's
Except
good.
leave one on the shelf for Anthony.
Leave one on the shelf for me. But this stuff is good. This is again something that we've been talking about a lot here. Is you go and you bug your clerk for shit that's behind the counter that you overpay for. This is a $50 bottle and it tastes better than all that. Anyway, off my soapbox. Let's drink.
All right, if we have to. Some like a musty orange nut. Almost like the okay. You take one of those chocolate orange balls, you like break against a wall,
Yeah, sure.
but it's been sitting out for a little while. You got a little bit of funk on it.
I get orange funk. I can get like the orange funk, like the oranges have been sitting there and they're starting to get that little dust that turns into mold on them.
Yep.
But it's not a bad smell. It's not like,
Very pleasant.
and the chocolate's there, and that's the barley, right?
Yep.
But I get that leather and that citrus pop that you're talking about with the orange.
Yeah, that's good.
Troy?
Yes. On the nose, I actually think that this one has the least amount of barley out of all of the French-like spirits that I've had. What is it, the Dalton and the Lee Sinclair?
Sinclair, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, this one, to me, comes across as the most true bourbon.
Well, this one, I mean, they call this one a straight bourbon. I think the other one's a 4
There you
grain
go, that
whiskey.
makes sense.
and,
Really?
Yeah.
Right on the money, Troy.
Dude, I get some like chocolate covered blueberries at the bottom, like dark chocolate covered blueberries,
Blueberry.
right at the bottom of it.
Like those what brand what brand sells the chocolate covered blueberries?
I buy them at Costco. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, they're really good.
All right. Can't take much more. It's more leathery than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really leathery compared to what I thought it was going to be.
Leathery indeed.
Kind of just licked. Like a coffee dusted piece of leather.
Yeah. I'll wait till Troy shares his thoughts or gets it in. I don't know if you.
Oh, I already had some.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah. The barley is more forward in this one for me. And I don't know. I get that coffee, chocolate, leather type of thing, and there's just like a little bit of like fruit, like tree fruit is what I'll call it.
Tree nuts?
No, not nuts. Fruit. Tree fruit. Berries. I fucking love that shit.
It's good.
What do you think, Troy?
I like it.
I do think that the nose and the palate don't quite match for me. What I was expecting. But both are good, just in different ways.
I think that might be one of my favorite things about it.
How it doesn't match?
Yeah, I love that.
Really?
I love a whiskey that smells good, gives you this idea, and then you get it in the mouth and it tastes completely different, but it's still excellent. Like I love that.
Interesting.
Makes me think it's like just well developed. I don't know.
Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about it, honestly.
I was going to tell a story while we finish these, before we do our rankings. I want to tell this story. We're talking about old fashions and you guys watching people at the Evan Williams bar making old fashions. I saw this video the other day from like the 90s. Someone posting like how to make an old fashioned, and it was on TikTok, I think. But it was like this lady, and you could tell like the video quality is like 90s, right? 90s hairstyle, 90s clothes.
Yeah.
And she had like this huge fucking like double pint glass. And she's like, today I'm going to teach you how to make an old fashioned. And she stuffed like a half a lemon wedge and a half a lime wedge in with like half a jar of maraschino cherries in there and muddled it. And then like they zoomed in on her and like, then we're going to pour some bitters. And like she was sitting there like shaking the bitter bottles and nothing was coming out. Like the bitter bottle was empty. And she's just shaking Ango bitters over it. And nothing came out. She goes, yeah, that's about enough. And then she fills the whole fucking double pint glass up with ice and goes, all right, then we're going to add 3 ounces of bourbon.
What?
Yeah. And dumps like half a bottle of Evan Williams. This is why I was Evan Williams.
Yeah.
Dumps like half a bottle of Evan Williams in there, fills the whole fucking thing up. And she's like, all right, then we got to stir it up. She takes another double pint glass.
What?
And she starts like fucking pouring them into it. She's getting shit everywhere.
Like tossing it?
Yeah, she's like tossing the fucking old. She's like, this is how you make an old fashioned. I like my old fashions a little bit sweeter than this, but no one drinks these anymore. They're kind of, extinct. That's why they're called old fashioned.
Dude,
does that hurt your...
from like the early 90s?
Yeah.
That hurts my soul.
Yeah. I posted it in our story, but it's absolutely fucking
amazing.
hysterical. I'll have to send it to you guys.
Yes.
It had me cracking up, but anyway, I wanted to say that before. I forgot about it.
That hurts me to listen to that.
Yeah.
Oof.
And she was on like fucking TV. It was like one of those like she's
TBS?
probably trying to, she's trying to sell like barware or something. It was probably an infomercial that you see at 4 a.m.
Oh boy.
When you're drunk off making good old fashions yourself, Anyway. All right. Well, I mean, this is just it's a drinker thinker to me.
Well, I think I'm leaning more drinker.
Okay.
I think the nose is more interesting than the palate. I'm going drinker.
Yeah, I'm going to go drinker. I think it's got like a bit of an oatmeal sort of finish.
That's a great word for that.
Yeah.
Brown sugar oatmeal?
Very, very little, if any, brown sugar. I mean, I get it, but it's not at all at the front of my mind. Obviously there's some sweetness, but it's very balanced. But I think you nailed leathery, and I do get a good amount of spice as well.
It does have a nice little spice to it. Yeah.
But hey, it's a drinker.
So
It is a drinker.
is it going to be the first one to go in the
I think
InfiniDrinker?
We should get a InfiniFunnel. I think we might want to invest in an InfiniFunnel.
Sure, but for right now, I can just dump that in there. I'm fine.
InfiniFunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass it down.
All right, here we go. The first ever passing of the torch. No, you sit down. You got the passing of the torch.
Oh, by the way, we don't need a funnel.
Yeah.
I know how to pour into
To
a
a
funnel.
decanter. Yeah.
I was just trying to make it.
Like,
Oh, no.
He's literally
All of a sudden,
a pre-advanced master.
Oh, plus this is-
Yeah, it's kind of open. He's a
We need a theme
world-traveling
song.
sommelier. You think he's never poured shit in here?
Can we have a theme song for the Infinite Bottle?
Yeah, we should.
Infinite
So am I
Drinker?
just doing like a drop or what?
No.
I think you're pouring the
Put
rest
of
in?
the bottle in there.
The rest of the bottle.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, hold
Do
on.
we have any idea how much generally that is?
It's $55.
No. I mean, how much liquid is left?
Oh.
That's a 0.1.
0.1 units? Is it an ounce?
If anybody
That's probably an ounce.
who's ever
think
done
it's an ounce?
inventory in the restaurant industry,
Boy, what?
they would know.
I mean, I get what you're saying. You think it's about an ounce, though?
Oh, wow.
He's talking about what's left in the bottle, Troy.
I know.
Why are you looking at
I think
that?
it's empty.
I don't know.
I think that's empty, Troy. All right.
All right, we're going in.
I don't know. We need a theme song for this, though.
Yeah, we're not singing The Wicked Witch is Dead.
Well, the bottle's dead.
Yeah, it is a bottle kill.
Look at that. The first ever.
She's a beaut.
Put it down. Let's see her. Cap it off.
Oh. Yeah, I was trying to.
We should actually write down what goes in here eventually.
Yeah, we should. I mean, we should write down. We should write it down right now, probably.
Yeah.
Where'd Cappy go?
I got it in my hand.
There she blows. What a good sight. It'll stay in there forever. Forever.
It's not gonna make it that long, dude. This thing will be. This thing will be filled by Thursday.
We will have to. Yeah, that'll be a good celebration pour.
Yeah,
We'll shoot it out against something or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll put it in a blind or something.
we'll open up the Rabbit Hole Race King and shoot it out against that.
Speaking of Rabbit Hole, I think I told you that new Rabbit Hole.
$885.
$895 MSRP.
What is it? Insane.
It's a 16-year-old Rabbit Hole product. That's their new founders edition.
I'm gonna be at Rabbit Hole in a few weeks. I might.
No, it's starting in June. Literally, it will probably be there when you get there. But
Want to split it with me? That's an investment.
If we get another sponsor, maybe.
Anyone want to sponsor us? Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I think that take a quick little
Cracker break.
cracky crack, and then maybe we should have a little pour. Cracker break?
Cracker break.
Cracker break. Welcome back for Cracker Break. It's Cracker Break brought to you by the lovely land of puns. Two burglars are robbing a liquor store. One turns to the other and says, "Is this whiskey?" The other replies, "Yeah, but not as whiskey as robbing a bank."
Oh my God, I actually laughed. Yes.
There you go.
Susie liked that one.
You like that one a lot.
Oh yeah, dude.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much for planning that. Thank you.
Do what I can for the cause, for the greater good.
All right. Well, we've talked about Four Roses on here. Probably more than we talked about most things. So this bottle in particular is a limited release, essentially. I mean, it's a barrel pick for.
So this is a barrel pick that a whiskey group here in Fort Wayne teamed up with Belmont Beverage, the local store. And they went to Four Roses, obviously picked it, and then you have to release it through a liquor store here in Indiana. So they teamed up with Belmont and released it through them. This is one of those bottles that, you get an email saying, "Hey, this is going to be released at 2:00 on a Wednesday." It's like, well, I have a day job, so the only rational thing that any human being would do is take a half day.
Or be there at 11:30.
Or, take a long lunch.
Yeah.
I would never do that. But I did that. So, I waited out outside of a liquor store for about 2.5 hours. And I got a bottle of this.
Which Belmont was it?
Anthony.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Anthony. Yeah. On Anthony, if that didn't make sense to anybody else out there. It's a street.
Anthony Boulevard.
Anthony Boulevard. There you go.
Actually, North Anthony.
Oh,
North
that's
Anthony
true.
Boulevard.
Fancy. So I have actually not revisited this in a long time. I remember it being pretty darn good. And not to rub it in Anthony's face, because I try not to, but I wanted to pick one for today, and I know I wanted to pick a Four Roses single barrel because they're all great. I genuinely did not remember which one I liked more because I have a few. So
it's like 6.
Yeah, I have a few. I think it's 6 or 8 now.
I'm looking forward to it going in the InfiniDrinker.
So I picked this one just because it's a local group, and I thought it'd be cool. They have kind of a funny name. You can see the sticker.
They're called the Taters.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a Taters pick from Old Hamer over there, and it's
Yeah.
fucking delicious. Actually,
Where does it say that?
on the other side.
On the other side. So Four Roses single barrel is something that's readily available, and me and Troy at least have called it the gateway drug. When I'm introducing people to sipping neat, Four Roses single barrel is usually something I'll pour them next to like Buffalo Trace and Elijah Craig. Four Roses is like the Four Roses single barrel is like a little bit more elevated over those other ones, but $45 to $50 bottle depending where you buy it. If you find it at Costco, it's usually like $39-$40, which is kind of cool.
Yep. Most of the store picks are quite a bit more.
They're like 90, and they're barrel
80
proof.
to 90. Yeah, because they're not always, but typically they're barrel proof. And then if you want to look at the other side of this one, you can see the recipe. They'll list the recipe, the age, and all that stuff if you want to.
Hey, I've always actually been wondering, which you'll see on some of the, or maybe all of the cask strength single barrel Four Roses stuff. What does OESV stand for?
That's the recipe.
Yeah.
So
What does that mean?
So they dictate. They have 10 recipes. They'll dictate the recipe based on the naming scheme. So there'll be essentially the O, the E, and the S and the V are all interchangeable letters, and essentially that will dictate what is actually in what that recipe is. So there's different yeast strains and etc. that will kind of make up. That is the recipe essentially. That's the mash bill.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you can
So it's not
go
like
on the
an
website.
acronym. or
No.
anything.
No, that is the recipe.
Got it.
So you'll have OESV or OESK or whatever the recipe may be.
Yeah.
And that is that's the mash bill. Rather than doing a traditional, like, whatever recipe. So
Okay.
mash bill, rather. Yep.
Yeah. 20% rye mash bill, aged 11 years and 4 months, 61%. Yeah.
If you really want to nerd out about Four Roses single barrel stuff, they even break down into tiers, which is, to my understanding,
Yeah, seriously, I've broken down into tears drinking this shit.
tiers, haha.
Yeah.
But it's actual shelving position of the barrel, and typically the higher, tier 6 or whatever is more sought after than because it ages differently, as we all know. Higher elevation is warmer and changes more rapidly. So there literally will even break it down to what tier was this single barrel, and people go to the nth degree for the single barrel stuff. So pretty crazy.
Put it in my cup.
Put it in my
Okay.
cup, please.
I was
Let's hear
watching these the other day. Oh, sorry. See
Good.
that?
Thud.
Yeah. I was watching these glasses the other day,
Mhm.
and I was like lifting it, and I was trying to get like this one spot off of it, and I dropped it like a foot and a half above the sink, and I like threw the I swear to God, as this glass was falling, I threw the fucking soapy brush and went all the way down into my basement, and I swapped in with my right hand, and I caught it in midair.
Damn.
Yeah. Anything for the glassware.
If that would have broken, we'd have to call Zach over and engrave. Yeah. Some more. Cheers to you. So I would my goal in my collection, one of my collection statuses or one of my collection goals, I suppose, is to get one of every single barrel recipe. One of all 10.
Interesting.
That is my goal. I'm very far away. I just love their bottles with the embossed front. Whew. Nice. You get that good spot?
Yeah, sorry. It does not smell hot at all.
I was gonna say almost the opposite, but
I'm not getting. Oh well,
I mean it's a flavorful heat. I will say it's like you turn on the oven and there's like cookies in the oven. Like there's flavor there, but it is hot,
I get that typical dusty. Yeah, it's spicy. Dusty.
What proof is this?
61.
61? Yeah. It's a hot boy summer.
Dusty, yeasty infection. No, I'm joking. Dusty. Just like it's got like this. All Four Roses has kind of like this musty kind of smell on it, and then you definitely get like the rye spice in the bread. And think,
I get.
are you disagreeing with me, or are you just loving what you're
Oh,
smelling?
he said, yeah. It's like it is a little bit sweet, but a lot of spice, a lot of spice. Seems like it's very complex. I can't quite even get a grasp of it. A little bit of This is gonna be a stretch.
Oh wow.
Grape stem.
Oh
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Grape stem.
You're not wrong.
Wow.
Like a grape stem that you just pulled out of the soil.
Yep.
Like I get dirt.
But this. Ooh. All right.
It's numbing the back of my throat,
Yeah.
but it's not hot. It's weird.
My throat is like. Yeah. Punching me in the back of the throat. It's a lot more. Wait till Troy takes a sippy sip. But it's a lot more caramely on the palate than I got in the nose. It's good. I don't know. It tastes very hot without tasting hot. If that makes sense. It feels hot rather than tasting hot. Troy's thinking.
Ooh.
Ooh. And he's already going in for seconds.
Jesus.
All right.
Relax. I want to dilute it.
Diluted?
Can I dilute it?
Of course.
Is that allowed?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Well, Anthony dilutes it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Troy?
I mean, it's really great, and not just really good.
It's really great.
Yeah, it's so apparently really great. and it's rich, creamy. It's hot, but I wouldn't want it any less hot.
Interesting.
I mean, not to say that I wouldn't add a drop of water just to
see
how it enhances, but
yeah, because I know
I wouldn't want it to be like, well, then again, even standard single barrel is 100 proof.
Well, I was gonna say, because you're preferred, you always say like 90 to 100.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious to try this at that proof. But so you think this is the appropriate proof for this particular?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
And I mean, I think the complexity is just magnified immensely based on the extra kick and the extra age, and it's everything enhanced that you really love in a great glass of bourbon.
So it's like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Anyone else want to do this?
I will give that a try in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not.
N-O-T.
You're not a fan of the whiskey.
I'm not a fan. I love Four Roses. You know that. I fucking literally would pleasure Jim Rutledge in any way possible. Besides, all the things that you nasty fuckers are thinking.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. I think it's. I want to dilute it down. It's too hot and it's too thin.
Give it thin. Okay. Give it a try. Swirl it around a little bit. Get that.
It already smells better. Excuse me. There we go. That's fucking incredible. Yeah. I can actually taste it now.
How many? I do have a genuine question. How many sips did you take before you
diluted?
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I can actually taste it. The creamy thing that you were saying, I'm super creamy, but like I get like a brown sugar type of deal.
Yeah.
Some nuts.
Yeah.
And it's got that classic dusty Four Roses shit that I love. I don't know why. People wouldn't think that you like dusty, but it's just got like this musk to it.
Yeah.
This dirt.
It's a little bit of that funk.
Yeah, and I fucking love it. But for some reason, it was a little too hot up front.
That's fair. That's why you do it.
Yeah. Shaved my chest last week. Maybe it's because I don't have any chest hairs anymore. They're coming back. Did not shave my chest, but
that makes a lot of sense.
I need another minute with this.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of gonna curious if I can have that.
Yeah, you should. Here, try
a little thang a thang in the wang a wang.
And it's not that it was too hot. It's just that I felt like the flavors were getting masked. Like I wanted to actually taste it. I can drink hot whiskey all day, but like I couldn't get that middle ground that I always like. That just tasted thin.
All right. Just the smallest.
That little drop looked like your morning pee.
Have you seen my morning pee?
I've heard it.
Oh, that's fair.
The little driblets.
That's why I call me Dribble McKibble.
Dribble McKibble.
All right, let's see. I had a two little drop. I got it. I'm killing you today, huh? All right. I can actually stick my nose in it.
Oh, the finish is so perfect now. Nice and sweet and sugary. Caramel, brown sugar, cream. It's like a creamy caramel.
That creme?
Creamy caramel hard candy.
It is pretty darn different with a little bit of water. Yeah, it's good amount different actually.
Yeah.
The dustiness almost turned into I don't even know. The dustiness turned into mustiness. I don't know if that makes sense.
That's what I was. Yeah, and you kind of still get some of that grapevine thing on there, but I almost think that that's more like the rye.
Maybe.
That I'm smelling. It's so easy to smell now, and it's.
I almost got like a towel I used this morning smell.
That I'm not getting. I was getting that before I proofed it down.
I was going how far I could go. This is the test.
Well, it's gone.
You got a double whammy down. Double whammy down now. Troy, you added water. What you thinking? Let's talk about it.
I think it kind of ever so slightly brightens it up a little bit overall. Kind of brings out some ripeness and fruit, like orange curd or something like that, like something that's like vanilla, like a little marmalade-y maybe.
Did you get any like lemon head? Seriously, bright citrus lemon.
No.
Like a little bit of just like punch in the face lemon.
No.
Right. I'll take my tasting notes elsewhere then.
No. The pecan maybe sort of becomes like a little bit of a brighter note, like almond or pistachio or something. The caramel's there. Yeah, the citrus does get a little bit brighter. But overall, the point is that if I'm going to be the first person to rank this, this is a thinker drinker, but it's like that beef blend we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
75-25.
Yep. Wait, from a couple episodes back.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's very much a thinker, but I definitely want to drink it.
Mm-hmm. Like 75% drinker or thinker.
Yeah.
25%.
Definitely.
Drinker.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, mine's a little bit more lean. It's
Your beef?
definitely 90% a thinker, and I'll drink it just because it's fucking Four Roses and I love Four Roses, and it automatically gets a 10% drinker stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Did it change when you put the like?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Much more of a drinker.
Absolutely. This was borderline a stinker. The first couple sips.
God.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's fair.
Makes me want to vomit.
Vomit away.
Vomit away.
Yeah, it's just a thinker with a little bit of a 10% drinker tag on it. That way it can make it into the InfiniDrinker decanter.
Don't rate it just because of that.
I'm not readjusting because of it, but I know I'm going to be outnumbered. It's definitely
I think it's totally fair.
mostly a thinker.
I'm kind of in that. I'm in the 80-20, I think.
Okay.
Thinker drinker.
Okay.
80-20 Chuck.
I'm going to tell you that this is my least favorite Four Roses I've ever drank.
Ever?
Yes.
So you like the single barrel select better than this?
Oh, that doesn't count.
That's
The small you're talking about the small batch selects.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I meant. Small
Okay,
batch.
so your
selects,
second least.
I'm talking about the Four Roses single barrels. This is my least favorite that I've ever drank. Yeah.
Well, this will be perfect then because I wanted to do a single barrel Four Roses shootout. So someday,
Woo! We should
if
do
you're
that.
okay with that,
Oh yeah.
I will bring all mine over and we'll do.
I have one that needs to get finished back there. It's like desperately needing to get finished.
We can definitely do that.
Okay.
Okay. So
So
thinker,
you got two drinker marks, and I gave it. It's going in the bottle.
It's
Right.
definitely going in the bottle.
Okay.
I think Troy. No matter what we said, Troy's putting it in the bottle, whether we
I
like it
would've
or
got
not.
so
fucking
fucking
whipped with his cane if we said no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, can you pour equal amounts of that?
Yeah, he's a sommelier.
What equal from?
Yeah,
the
we
first
want with
pour?
the correct, the same amount. if
Yeah,
possible.
absolutely.
Okay.
I could do it with my eyes closed.
Do it with your eyes closed.
Please don't.
I'll go get the mop. Do it with your eyes closed.
Don't pour it on the table. Anthony will be mad.
Yeah, just not on the table.
To the InfiniDrinker. To InfiniDrinker and beyond.
Oh god.
You're on one today, bud. Into the InfiniDrinker she goes. That was not an equal amount.
Slightly more.
Was more?
Not yet.
Slightly more. No, you put it slightly less.
Oh, that was slightly less.
Just a little bit splash more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the same amount again.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's high proof.
Doesn't matter.
It's high proof. It's good. And thus marks our second pour into the InfiniDrinker.
The other one was actually a lot easier to pour out of anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, that's the long neck bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Daddy long necks.
So,
We should. We get a picture. Can you get a picture of every bottle we put in there?
Yeah.
And then we'll put a big collage at the end.
Yeah.
And we'll just have a collage of what everything's in there.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Back when I first started getting into whiskey, Troy told me how much he liked Angel's Envy finished rye. And we bought a bottle of it one night. That didn't last very long. Disappeared quickly.
The rye, you said?
Yeah. It's finished in Caribbean rum casks, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
About $100 to $110 bottle wherever you buy it. I found it at Costco the other day for $70.
Yep.
Dude.
So I bought it.
Costco?
Yeah.
Costco.
Yeah.
No way.
I fucking
That's
love
awesome.
Costco. Yeah.
Yep.
I would have bought it.
And they only had like 2 cases left of it, which is, and it had the sticker of death on it, meaning that they just bought a batch of it. Yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck it. Actually, Mal called me and she's like, you like Angel's Envy, right? She's like, yeah. She goes, I would never spend $70 on. I was like, what bottle are you seeing at Costco for $70? It's Angel's Envy, and she said it was that, so I brought it home.
Oh, that's when your cue say, yeah, and I would never spend $70 on a bottle either, wife. That would be ridiculous.
You know, a lot of people ask me
That's
if they think it's
preposterous.
weird that my wife doesn't listen to this podcast, and I do. I think it's weird, but I think it's a mutual thing that we both know if she listens to it, she's gonna be upset.
I was gonna say she listens to you talk all day.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I'm gonna hit everybody. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'll put the label on here at some point.
But yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
If she listened to this, she'd be like, "Remember that thing you said?" And you're like, "No, I don't remember it at all."
Yeah.
Let me play it back for you.
Yeah.
I didn't say
I never said that. That was Matt.
Yeah.
That was Matt. Now it's on video. Can't see me. Anyway,
John Cena now.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to make a cocktail with it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, and I've been wanting to make a Monte Carlo for a long time.
What is that?
It's an old fashioned riff with rye whiskey and Benedictine.
Benedictine. Okay. This is because I'm ridiculous, and they had that 20% off, like buy 3 bottles, mix match. I bought a bottle of Benedictine because I was like, that seems like a thing I would need eventually.
Yeah. Now you have
Never
it.
tried it.
Yep.
Is it good? What is it?
I mean, it's Troy. Isn't it like a nut liqueur or something?
What's the question?
What is Benedictine? Stop having sex with this bottle.
Sorry.
Troy's just infatuated.
I got one of my tasting notes right.
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
Creamy.
I'll give you some. What's a Benedictine, Troy?
No, it's not. It's a herbal spice.
Oh, is it?
Spicy.
I'm thinking of what's that walnut liqueur?
Nocello.
Nocello.
It's a Nocello.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, with old fashions in general, I mean, you could really substitute any part of the sugar part of it with a liqueur. You can.
Isn't the rye Angel's Envy really sweet in general?
That rye?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking incredible. Do you want to try a little bit? You've never had it, right?
I think I've tried a very small amount one time.
Yeah.
But I recall it's pretty sweet because of the rum finish.
Yeah, it tastes like
sweet,
Cinnamon
sweet.
Toast Crunch.
Do you change the amount of simple or anything in there because of that?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope, just going to make it. And the way I'm going to make it is I'm going to take 2 whole oranges, 2 whole lemons, and a whole jar of maraschino cherries, and I'm going to put them in the bottom.
With $100 bottle
I'm going to put them in
whiskey,
a bottle of a stainless steel bowl.
Yep.
And I'm going to muddle it with my fists.
Oh, your feet. Can you do your
I'll
feet?
step on it like
Yeah,
I'm making
grape?
wine in Italy, yeah. And then I'm going to just take all the bitters I have in the house and pour the whole jars of bitters in there.
I brought some extra if you need some.
I'm going to let it marinate overnight.
We don't have time for that.
Yeah, we do.
Our viewers at home we don't want to wait around.
Mac and edit. Anyway, so I'm just going to go make a Monte Carlo.
All right, give us like 2 days. We'll have a couple outfit changes. But before that, we'll take a cocktail break.
Cocktail break.
Cocktail break. And welcome back from cocktail break. Hey, Anthony! What's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
R.
You may think it's R, but it's the C they truly love. That's all I got on the spot. All right, what do we got?
Troy, did you find that amusing?
So, what do we have here?
So I made a cocktail with Angel's Envy rye. It's a Monte Carlo kind of variation. So old fashioned riff. Smells delicious. Essentially 2 dashes of bitters. I took an orange peel and I muddled it in the bitters. I added a ½ ounce of Benedictine and then 2 1/4 ounce of Angel's Envy rye.
Oh.
Stirred it, poured it over a large cube.
Dang.
Lemon twist.
Did you buy Benedictine?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just honestly couldn't remember if I'd left it here.
No, I brought yours home. I bought some.
There's 2 1/4 in here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's a boozy mofo.
2 1/4.
2 1/4. Smells like lemon.
Does. Why is that?
I told you I fucking garnished it with a lemon, you cocksuckers.
Why is that? What'd you get for not laughing at my joke?
Smells like lemon French toast.
Oh. It's a little bit.
Yeah, the French toast is undeniable, huh?
I got a lot of orange, like Hall's like medicine candy kind of thing. Wow. Yeah, I got like a lot of medicinal. I don't know why.
Benedictine.
Is that what it is?
See.
It tastes like an orange.
The pirate's favorite letter of the fucking alphabet.
Arr, Benedictine.
Jesus.
I do get like, it tastes like a lightly minted orange hard candy meant for like relieving your throat from soreness.
I can taste that only because you said it, but
That's because you're tasting it.
okay. Yeah, I can see that a lot. But the cinnamon thing is still pretty prominent.
What kind of bitters?
Ango, just Ango.
Nice.
Yeah. That Angel's Envy rye is so spiced and things like that to begin with that I didn't want to fucking overcomplicate it with other bitters and things like that. You know.
It's nice.
What do you think, Troy? Give me your honest opinion.
Excuse me. It's a very nice beverage.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Moving on.
And next. That's it. Episode over.
I like the. Sorry.
You need a cough drop? I got a Hall's cough drop if you want one.
On next episode, Matt's going to make a cocktail.
Okay.
He might, actually.
I might.
He's going to make this. I already know what he's going to make, and it's going to suck.
It's going to be so good.
Did you tell him?
No, I mean, I told him the name of it. He doesn't know what's in it.
I looked it up. And you need my
The
you need my Chinar.
bitter Giuseppe.
Oh, he looked it up because he wasn't sure.
No, you asked me this morning.
We don't want to spoil it.
Listen, this drink is good. I almost wonder if you used allspice drum with it, if it would be better.
Dram. It probably. I mean, allspice dram makes everything better. It's a very good drink. Don't let my what seems to be lack of enthusiasm, confuse you. I think it's delicious. I think it's a nice elevated old fashioned.
Yeah,
but simple. You know.
I was kind of thinking about ways to beef it up, but
I don't think that's necessary.
Matt hates it.
I don't hate it. I like it. I just can't figure out.
Did you try the whiskey?
Yeah.
What did you think of the whiskey?
You said he liked it.
I like it. Don't love it. I like it. It's I guess since I have it right here. The whiskey is the whiskey you said French toast.
Yeah.
The whiskey is just French toast.
Cinnamon toast crunch.
100%.
Yeah.
And for being okay, I think side by side, it makes a lot more sense. I said on initial venture into the drink, I didn't get a lot, but when I intentionally smell this next to that, it jumps out so much more.
Sorry, is there simple syrup in here?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
I don't think there needs to be.
No, there really does not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because I don't think I got it. I don't think I got it with just the cocktail, but I think putting it side by side with the whiskey just makes a lot more sense in my palate.
I didn't get the medicinal Hall's cough drop thing, which it absolutely tastes like, until you said it either. Just because I had the whiskey on the mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird how just trying the whiskey next to it made a huge difference for me. But
I wonder some sort of like Manhattan riff with that spiced rye, and it would be like
The Angel's Envy rye.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can come up with something.
Mm-hmm. I got my Jigger back.
the regular one?
Yeah.
The non-milliliter
Yep,
one?
my American one. I got it back.
Nice.
I left
the
it.
same one?
I left it at Northern Bay.
No.
And when I went up there a couple weeks ago, I pulled out the drawer and I was like, "Fucking thank the gods!"
Wow.
And I whipped it out. And I was like, "Yeah!" And my Uncle Bill's like, "Yo, what are you doing with that?" And I was
whipped it out
"This is
around
my-"
your uncle?
I was like, "This is my Jigger." And he's like, "Oh," and he goes, "Are you sure that's not ours?" I was like, "Nope, this shitty little thing's yours. Every time I come here, I bring my own shit, and this one's mine." And I got it. Yeah.
Good for you.
There are many things like this Jigger, but this one is mine.
Yeah, so I got it back, and it's nice. It's really nice. 2-to-1. I love it.
That's good.
I don't gotta.
That's
yeah.
the perfect.
Yeah, it really is.
I
So.
don't know how you feel about this, Troy, but is 2-to-1 the best Jigger ratio? 2 ounce one side, one on the other?
Well, maybe.
Wrong answer. It is. Anthony, do you agree with me?
Yeah, Troy's taking like 10 shots before the next time we film an episode. I want you to be loose.
Loosey-goosey.
Well, no. You got to hear me out.
Okay.
I can just as easily pour liquor in the 1 ounce part of a Jigger twice. But I love being able to pour into a 1.5 ounce side of a Jigger, personally. You know why?
Why?
Because my favorite cocktail is a fucking Boulevardier.
Can I just make this? All right, here's the next level of Jigger salesmen. They create Jiggers that have the correct sizing for particular cocktails.
Well, I mean,
That's it.
if you understand a cocktail's codex, like most of them are 2-to-1 or half, like, and they're all marked on there. Me personally, I like to mix with efficiency or mix with intention when I make a drink. So it's easier for me to pour 2 ounces into a 2-ounce Jigger than pour twice into a 1 ounce.
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but teach their own.
But if your cocktail doesn't have anything that's 2 ounces.
Right.
There's a line on there that says 1.5. I just pour it to that.
Is there?
Hey, by the way, I just bought a new Jigger that's 2-to-1.
I know it's the exact one that I have from Cocktail Kingdom. It's upstairs.
What is the most
Same one
for the main?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
For the main spirit in a cocktail, and it's probably too broad of a question, whatever, but I'm going to ask anyway. In the main spirit of a cocktail, is the biggest ratio, the biggest proportion typically 2 ounces, or is it 1.5 ounces?
No, it depends on.
Totally random.
It depends on the type of drink you're making. Yeah, a Manhattan is a 2-to-1 ratio, so a 2-to-1 Jigger is perfect for a Manhattan style drink.
Okay, so there's not like a common like.
An old fashioned is 2 ounces to a 1/4 ounce.
I always feel like I see either 2 ounces or 1.5 ounces as the biggest proportion of almost anything.
Yeah, the base spirit is usually the largest proportion.
My Manhattans are always more than 2 ounces.
Well, then you just pour one in a little.
And my martinis, I think Manhattans and martinis for me are like.
But if we're talking by the
like
book,
2
though, it's a 2-to-1 drink. If we're talking like
What
by
book?
the book,
The good book?
The Art of Mixing Drinks, invented in fucking 1942.
The Bible?
And every cocktail book that's ever come out since then. Unless Troy the Body of Glotty writes a fucking cocktail book.
You
that's
should
gonna be
write a
2-to-1.
cocktail book, dude.
You know, no.
You fucking should.
Or Death & Co. does their martinis and Manhattans more than 2-to-1.
I literally make the Death & Co. Manhattan twice a week. It's 2-to-1. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
Mm-hmm.
But
The
until
martinis,
then,
I don't drink martinis, so you could be very right about that with as far as Death & Co. And to each their own. There's no fucking rules. If the fucking drink tastes good, it tastes good. You know?
that's kind of fair.
I'm gonna call this I'll be the last to go.
I'll be the last to go.
I'm gonna say, just because the initial thing I didn't like, but when I had it side by side with whiskey, I liked it a lot more. I'm going my initial palate. Going drink or stinker.
Wow.
Nothing against anything. That's just my thoughts.
Do you think it's too sweet?
No, I think it's
Or too medicinal?
I think it's too medicinal for me. I don't know if it's Benedictine. I don't think I've ever tried. I
think
bought
it'd
it.
have to
I've
be
never
the-
tried it.
I think it would have to be the Benedictine.
But I just kept on getting like, it's like cough drop, and the second I put it side by side with whiskey and I got French toast, it totally changed the entire cocktail. So
Yeah.
I think that is, if I'm just writing the cocktail for my initial experience, that's what I'm going with. I think if I have the spirit with it, I think I'm going just straight drinker.
How much Benedictine's in here again?
A half ounce.
Half ounce.
And then two
Wow.
quarter
So it's a good amount.
of whiskey.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't imagine any less.
Yeah. The French toasting actually almost totally reverted from a stinker to a thinker because it is so much more interesting when I get that note. But we're going initial palate. So
I respect that. Anthony?
Troy?
Anthony?
It's a stinker.
Stinker?
Just straight stinker.
You don't like it?
No. It's too... the flavors don't help each other at all, in my opinion. And the Angel's Envy Rye it's fucking jam-packed with flavors, right? And it's also a sweeter whiskey to begin with. It's like I'm literally burping up right now, and it feels like I just like housed a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and like you got acid reflux, and it's like right there.
I
Like,
kind of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch though. Yeah.
me too, but like I know I just ate it, right? So like, I think the Benedictine adds a little bit too much. I would like to try it with a more simpler spirit next to it. Maybe even just straightforward sugar, Demerara sugar, something darker, something more brown sugary.
This is
At that point, it's just pretty much an old fashioned, though, right?
Correct. Yeah, exactly right. It's not a Monte Carlo, but like I don't know. I don't feel like these two spirits complement each other. Maybe with like an Amaro or
I think that with the
a
dilution,
Limoncello, like that would kind of be interesting. And I also think that Allspice Graham. I really think Allspice Graham would do very well in this, especially for like a winter drink. I honestly think that rye, Caribbean rum cast finish rye, is more of like a summer rye type of thing. I want to do some tiki cocktails with whiskey soon.
Mm-hmm.
I might incorporate some of that in there. I think it'd be very interesting. I've been looking around. And
this would be good with
research.
kind of.
That was
Yeah.
one of the bottles that I bought in Kentucky was specifically with that in mind, which I was thinking about making a cocktail with.
Could you imagine a pina colada with that whiskey in it?
That'd be good.
It would be fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I also don't think the lemon was the right choice on the garnish.
What would you have done?
Maybe no garnish, but the drink needs to be warmer. Like it's too bright and medicinal. I didn't get it initially. But I got it after you said it, and I can't get it out of my mind, and I fucking don't like drinking cough drops. I like those cough drops when I'm sick. Yeah. But it's a stinker.
Okay. Troy.
I think it's a drinker.
Okay.
Well, we can't pour it in the bottle, so
please,
not with the one. No cocktails in the bottle.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We can't put cocktails in the InfiniDrinker?
That would be insane. I know you're kidding, but the thought of that is like, oh my God.
Oh, that would be a rough night when we have to drink that.
It'd get all moldy. Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So just drinker.
Just drinker. I don't think it's stinky.
Okay. And you don't think it's stinky?
Yeah, it's a stinker.
I like it. I want to drink it.
I just chugged it.
I don't really believe.
So I mean,
it's a stinker. It's not. I'm never gonna make this ever again.
Wow. So you're a stinker. You're a drinker. And I'm a drinker.
I think it needs. I think it needs work.
Stinker.
I think it needs work. Like I think I'm gonna submit this to the cocktail doctors.
Okay.
And we're gonna. By the way, if you go to our website and you have a cocktail like this that you've been riffing on, and you're like, man,
that's you.
I like this drink, but every time I make it for somebody, they're like, I don't want that again. Make me something different next time.
Or you can see they say they like it, but you can see in their eyes, the back of their eyes, they don't really like it. They chug it at the end. They're like, oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah. Take a trip to our website and click on the Cocktail Doctor page. You'll see a nice picture of me and Troy doing stuff there. Eventually, we're getting our website updated. It's going to look really good really soon.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, you want to visit from the fucking Cocktail Doctor?
Like my new fucking website?
Yeah, you like my fucking website?
Hey,
you fuck. I told you 3 times. Go submit your liquor drinks to the Cocktail Doctors. Anyway.
How are you?
Anyway, go there, submit it to us, and we'll fuck around with it. And when I say I'm never going to make this for myself ever again, I think it needs work.
That's great.
And this is literally the first time I ever made it.
Okay with that.
Yeah. So, I think we'll fuck around with it, Troy.
Work is good.
Yeah.
Work is fun.
No, it's not. Work sucks.
Well,
working on a drink though.
Working on a drink is not really work.
That's not work.
When you drink,
that's
you
drinking.
Think. When you think, hopefully you don't stink.
When you drink, you don't think. After trying these,
if you drink too much, then you might stink.
Yeah.
But cool. Well, I think overall, if we're gonna meet in the middle, I think it's drinker stinker.
Yeah, I would say drinker stinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, what do we got coming up? So we did 2 really good store picks this week. So I think the idea was to revisit some of our worst purchases ever that were store picks.
Yep.
So we're going to do that.
See if the stinks still
Stink.
stink.
So join us next time on Sticker Drinker Thinker. Make sure you're telling your friends. Following us on Instagram, subscribing. Please subscribe. Please share. Please leave 5-star reviews and little thumbs up.
Little thumbs up.
Yeah, not the big ones. We can't handle those.
We can't. Troy can, trust me. Troy's had plenty of big thumbs up.
Anyway.
Anyway, but yeah, and follow us on Instagram. Hit up our shop. We're going to be doing some giveaways and stuff like that coming up too. We're giving away a bunch of cool stuff for Father's Day, and then we're going to do a couple things through our store too. And yeah, we appreciate you all. Troy?
Yes?
Lead us out.
Already.